Okay, so as I was saying, during this time we are readers, okay? And in the world, there is so much that we can read. So I'm going to show you some examples of what we read in the world. There are so many things, and I bet you once you see all these examples, you're going to say, teacher, I know how to read. I know how to read. Because you know what? You do. So in the world, there's lots of signs. You read them from signs when you go to places, signs when you need to go use the restroom. There's signs sometimes when you buy stuff, your product, anything that, like if you buy some food, there's words all over there that you have to read what it says. And so that right there, when you look at it and you know what that means you're reading. So let me show you some examples of what in the world we have that we can become readers by looking at things. So for example, I'm going to share my screen with you. Here are some examples in the world that we read every day. So right here, everybody sees this. When you're driving down the road, your mom and dad is driving down the road, and your mom comes to a stop at an intersection. Well, she knows this right here means stop. Why? Because she can read the word and it says stop. I bet you when you were with your mom in the car, you saw this sign and you said, I know what that sign means. That sign means to stop. You know that because you are a reader. You read the word. Okay? Here's another example of something in the world that we can read. Oh, I bet everybody knows this word. Oh, if you know this word, that means you know how to read. Let's see what it says. It says McDonald's. I bet a lot of you knew what that word was. So if you knew that word, that means you're a reader. So these are things that we read every day, little different things. Signs have words on them, so we read those words. How about this one right here? Well, when we go to the restroom, sometimes they have these up. In our school, we have these that have restroom for boys and girls. So if we read this word right here, it says restroom. Sometimes underneath they'll say boys and girls. Okay, so that way you know which bathroom to go into. And if you read and you look at the pictures, you know that that's, hey, this is the bathroom for the boys. Hey, this is the bathroom for the girls. Okay, because you're reading words. Here's another example. Oh my goodness. I bet everybody knows what this word says. That means you're a super reader if you know this word. This says Walmart, right? It's a big sign with a big word. And if you know how to read this word, you are a super reader because yes, this is what you're doing. You're reading Walmart Super Center. Okay, how about this one in here? I bet you some of you got gone here. You know what this sign reads. This sign reads Burger King. See, and you thought you weren't a reader. We're all readers. Okay, how about this? Oh, there's so many different cereals, and I know that if you looked at a cereal and you knew what the name of that cereal was, so if you have this cereal at home, you can read it. You can read it says Fruit Loops. Everybody knows Fruit Loops, right? If you have it at home, you know that that's Fruit Loops. You can say, Mom, I want Fruit Loops. You know which box to get because you look at the words. Okay, how about Frosted Flakes? Oh, I love Frosted Flakes. They're so yummy. Yeah, and I know that this is Frosted Flakes because it has the tiger and on top of it, it says the words Frosted Flakes. That's how I know because I'm reading the words. How about Apple Jacks? Apple Jacks, Apple Jacks. How about Corn Flakes? Oh, my kids love this one. Cocoa Krispies. You can make Rice Krispies with these too. Yum. And look at that. We're reading the words. Cocoa Krispies. Okay? So in the world, all around us, we can read, okay, by looking at all different type of things. Now, your challenge today is I want you to take a few minutes and think, okay? Because good readers think before they read, okay? Think of all the things that you have or you know of that you can read, okay? So think for a minute. I want you to just think. Give you a few seconds to just think, because it's important to think when you're a reader, okay? So I want you to think. Okay. Now, they do two things, okay? The readers do. They look, okay? So we look at the world to see what's all around us. Then they think, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay? And the last one thing that they do, the final thing, is they read. So I'm going to show you my screen again, and I want you to look at something here, and I want you to do the three things. I want you to look first. I want you to look, then think, and then read the word. Okay? So we're going to try it again. I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. Okay.
Senora Pena, I don't know if there's something I could do to make the quality better on my end, but we're probably only catching about 30% of the whole day that's so far.
Okay.
Just the sound quality and everything. We didn't hear any of your directions just now or anything going on.
Okay, so look for something. Think about it. What does that say? And then read it. It could be anything, some of the examples that I've already shown you, okay? So here, I'm going to show you an example here. This one right here. If we look at this, we're looking at it, okay? We're looking at this sign, okay? Then we think about it. What does that sign say? Okay? And then we go ahead and try to read it. McDonald's, okay? So you have something in your home, I bet you already know what to read. You have maybe some supplies that you already have that I gave you that you might be able to know how to read. So I want you to try that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and listen. I want you, if you know of an example you have at home, to please unmute yourself and let me know what you can read in your home, okay? Anybody have a good example